Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to PowerBI Snippet and Engineering Services YouTube channel. We are back with the visualization series, and I'm taking PowerBI Desktop April 2022 software class. And you can see a lot of difference when it comes to the PowerBI Desktop right now. And then the first change that I want to show you is the visualization pane. Normally, we had the format and the other component below, but now we can see that the format of build visual comes separately, and you can see the format page comes separately for us. So now I would like to add a new data here, and I've already added a data here called the unemployment statistics here. So now I want to know how I can use the visualization page better. So in our current video, we are keen to use the line chart and the area chart and the staked area chart. So we're going to see how to use that. So let's see how to do that. So you know how to bring in the data inside the PowerBI. Hope I know that. If you don't know that, please do check my previous videos, which allows you to learn more about it. So today we're going to go for the third Viz series here. So now I'm going to take two different logics here. The first part is I want to go for age-wise or the period-wise unemployment statistics. For this, when I do that, it automatically gives you a number data here because as the period comes in place here. If I want to change this to a line diagram, I can do it. So this is the way we can get a line diagram. I just use two of the logics here, and I can move this to a area chart or a stake area chart. Again, when you want to go for an area chart and stake area chart or line chart, if I have comparison data, that would be great. So I can add a comparison either in a form of a gender, or I can add a form of a. When I do add an age group, you can see that there is a small dimension of data comes in. This is happening because in our built-up visualization at the bottom of the screen, you have another line called small multiples. This is something which is new for us. This is not available in our old version of PowerBI Desktop, and that allows you to handle the data better. So if I want them to be in a different way altogether, then I can drag the small multiples under the normal x-axis here, or I can remove it, and then I can bring the genders into the x-axis, and then I can drill down this data into multiple points. And if I want to make the gender as the first logic, then I can just drag the gender on top of the elevation here. So then you can see that men and women comes in a different way altogether. So now the x-axis shows in a very different way. It's not comparing the data better. Probably the comparison might come as a secondary y-axis for me. Probably I can see the secondary y-axis comes in a different way. So I can even make the list here. So when I do the secondary y-axis, it's giving you a count here. But this is where our small legend comes into play nicely. So I'm going to bring the small legend in place here, and you can see automatically it shows what is the gender wise breakup here. I can drill down this to a multiple dimension here, either by a flat dimension that is called aggregate measure, and the next level is called granularity. So this I can achieve it in a much better way. So now I would like to keep them in the legend so that I can see the colors differently, and when I add the data to the genders here, you can see the multiples beautifully. So use all the visual fields here. So I've used an x-axis, I've used an y-axis here. I didn't give the numbers here, I just made as y-axis here. Then when I scroll down to this component, I can see a legend and a small multiples. When I have a data like this, I can show that in a normal bar diagram like this. It works almost in 10 to 12 different chart varieties in PPA. When I go to the PowerBI desktop, and you can see that the first two lines can all give you this dimensions effectively. So I can start from a normal bar and column stick chart, and then I can go for cluster bar and column charts, and then I can go for 100% bar and column charts. Then I can take a ribbon chart in here. Then I can give a line and cluster column chart, a line and state column chart. Then I get the state area chart, and then area chart separately and line chart separately. So now I can just change this chart to one staked area chart that gives you a dimension better. Now I can swap this to anything. So instead of taking the gender here, I will have to keep the age as the legend and then gender as my small multiples, then it's give you the dimension here in two different ways. If you want to put them all in one dimension, then I'm going to just take this all out of the equation. So now when I take the small multiples out of the equation, now I can get the legends x-axis and y-axis. Similarly, whenever I do deal with it, please in the visuals don't ever add the lines and markers here. Sometimes what happens is here we will try to add a data label here. Sometimes it will be too clumsy, too pure. So your data should speak to itself by showing the data here. So don't ever try to add a data label here. You can add a serial label and you can see the difference of serial label that comes into play. And we have a marker here, so that gives you the dotted points where we are looking at a marker, and you can set up a series of lines here. And if you want to add a grid, you can add a grid in a solid way. Background, you can see that the dashes will also come in the background. But again, it won't be that visible because I am using a slighter color here. So if we use a darker color, you can see the border that comes into play, and you can see the line. You can add maybe a further analysis here on the constant line component. So where you want to add a line, you can add all of them. So this is the new logic of our list, and you can set all these dimensions as and how you want it. So let me put the ages in the multiple so that I get multiple point, and the gender to the legend. I can see both male and female simultaneously for each and every group separate. This is how we can play around with the charts here. So we'll be seeing more charts as we go forward. This is visualization of this 3 in our PowerBI snippet and iSelf Academy YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and click the notification button so you get the list. I will send or I will add this iSelf Academy link to you, and you'll be learning a lot of new topics. What is new in each and every month release can be added as one video every month end or the next month. This is Vinod signing out from PowerBI Snippet and iSelf Academy YouTube channel. We have learned visualization 3 today on how to create small multiples for 12 different graphs in PowerBI Desktop in April 22. If you guys learned something new, stay updated. Thank you so much for watching. This is Vinod signing.